back, yelled his driver. Fire and smoke, said Thomas.
You ever think Purdue fans look at the Louisville Cardinals with so much vitriol you couldn't cut through it with a titanium chainsaw? If I were in their position, I'd feel the exact same way. Jeff Brohm isn't Nick Saban, but at a school like Purdue, he was a god among men. While Purdue wasn't winning the Big Ten under his tenure, they were more often than not well respected in the conference. They didn't embarrass themselves weekly like Nebraska, and they weren't the bottom of the barrel like Rutgers was. This was no easy task at a school like Purdue, where the best recruiting push is, come look at our giant-ass bass drum! Even if average is the standard at Purdue, that's more than enough to win the Big Ten West, which is basically the ACC Coastal but colder. You can lose 6 games in one season and still be known as the Big Ten runner-up because of it. Even as a yearly sacrifice to the winner of Ohio State-Michigan, this standard was enough to satisfy the Purdue fanatics. You want to know who this didn't satisfy though? Jeff Brohm himself. The Louisville Cardinals, his alma mater, just so happened to have a job opening because Scott Satterfield fled to Cincinnati. He rejected this job in 2018, so no way he goes now, right? If only the football gods didn't hate you. With Brohm's sudden departure, it was time to find the new man to take over. Brohm brought Purdue a strong offense, but a defensive performance equal to my last video. So Bob Babinski wanted to flip the switch and get the Boilermakers a defensive guy to be the next man up. His name would soon become infamous with the name Soilermaker, Ryan Walters, a defensive coordinator from Illinois who helped turn said defense into a national force. Being just 36 years old, he was young and eccentric, exactly as Hugh Freeze likes him. With what's left over in the talent department, Walters would have to rally the troops and prepare for the final season in the Big Ten West. With a collection of transfers in the class, including Texas quarterback Hudson Card, Purdue was surely in for yet another average to good season. For sure. Remember, it could always be worse. I mean, look what happened with Michigan State. Alright Purdue, this is your easiest game on the schedule. Remember, Walters is a minister of defense, so no need to worry about that. Nothing says defensive mastermind like over 300 passing yards and 4 touchdowns.
King taking a shot, it's Brooks, it's in the end zone, touchdown Fresno State as number 3 strikes again.
Well, on the bright side, this game was on the Big Ten Network, so only the people attending saw you lose this one. Look at that. A decisive road victory against another Power 5 team to secure Walters' first win. If that's not a sign of sunshine and rainbows in the future, not sure what is. Never mind, it's a sign of death in the form of Garrett Schrader. Due to your contributions, you've managed to make a new wide receiver for Wisconsin, Tanner Mordecai. One of those rare instances in the Walters era where they remembered they had some sort of talent on the field. What resulted in a blowout victory against Big Ten juggernaut 5-7 Illinois.
All right!
Came up short again. This time to an offensive force equal to a salt season brick. The best contributing offensive factor they had is Cooper DeJean, and you still couldn't get over that hump. You're lucky this isn't the NFL, because then Ohio State would have rested all their stars and still would have beat you by 35.
Free Hill, got it blocked! In stride, here come the Huskers! Newsom! Can't believe what just happened!
And in case you're wondering, no, this isn't the 90s. Good lord, I thought Walters was the defensive guru! Nothing says defensive legend by letting J.J. McCarthy look like a Heisman frontrunner. The making of the Soiler. It's a November miracle. The football gods have gifted you with a shred of mercy amongst a terrible season, partly due to the Scarlet Knights' favorite Athon Krakatoa in his usual contributions.
Krakatoa.
Brown on 3rd down, and he throws an interception!
Fire and smoke,
Xander
said
Mueller!
Thomas.
To rub a little extra salt into this one, they had a first-year head coach who has been a head coach for only 3 months. There's more people who know that now than there were people who knew which city Purdue is in on the map. Well, this certainly wasn't the storybook season that Purdue fans are hoping for. 4-8 is a season bad enough for most teams' fans to hit the portal or pretend to care about basketball. Purdue fans fit this narrative well since Zach Edey was still in college.
Foul! No, 2 fouls!
So while the season sucked, the fans who still remained have hope for 2024 following a big win over Indiana. Walters just needed another year to get his guys into the system. It'll result in a better year next season. I'm sure of it. Well, looky here. It may be a cupcake game, but this game shows clear signs of hope for the 2024 season. This certainly will not result in utter collapse in which this is your only win of the season. Look out, college football, because here comes Ryan Walters.
Thieneman, All-American a year ago. Trying to get to the edge is Jeremiah Love, and he got there, and he's still going. Jeremiah Love to the end zone. The 3. Blitz coming. He's going to go straight up the middle. He goes out feeling so good about himself.
Right. Oh, touchdown.
And here we go. Steve Angeli starts.
The quarterback decides to pull. There's Coleman. He has the sideline. He has the end zone. Nice play to short ribs tonight.
He's not conferences, different leagues.
Party across the formation. Party gets the football. Gas pedal. The flag is out. And an interception. It's John Bullock. One of those single digits.
2nd and 18. Kekahuna again. And Kekahuna's got room to run. I got a downfield block from C.J. Williams. And it is a house call. Yakabelli runs into a lineman. Breaks free. Touchdown.
Altmaier to the end zone. Did he? He did. Touchdown, Pat Bryant. Brown in trouble. You got barbecue back there.
Yeah.
In that title game. Harris cutting it up, and it's a touchdown.
High snap, and this will walk it off.
First down at the 25 for Purdue, and a fumble on the play. Ohio State is there. They pick it up and run it in for a touchdown.
Jackson throw this one. And he's going to line it up, let it fly to the end zone. Touchdown.
So the and one catch down. That's popped in the air. It's bobbled. It's dropped.
Stands. First and 10. Jackson, the quarterback. There he goes. And there it is. Touchdown.
And there he goes. If it weren't for Florida State swallowing on the feces they spewed over last offseason, you'd be crowned the 2024 Clown of the Season. As is per the norm with your program though, you came short of that too. Purdue has dealt with enough hell as it is, and you have much more coming now that Barry Odom is taking over. So we'll shift our focus on Ryan Walters. It's not that I expected him to have an everlasting legacy coaching-wise, but to get canned in 2 short years is only done in one of 2 ways: bathing in the Bobby Petrino-level scandal, or being so unfathomably terrible that they are only left with no choice but to pull the plug. Going 5-19 in 2 years was clearly enough to be sent to the coaching shadow realm. Things collapsed so hard with the Soilermakers it might make Louisville a rival by natural causes. Though this thankfully was not enough to completely end the coaching career for Walters, as he will be moving to the West as Jed Fish is in desperate need of a new defensive coordinator. However shocking it may be that he didn't go back to his alma mater where Deion Sanders shockingly still resides, he's back on the defensive front. If he somehow turned Washington into a wall of death like he did Illinois, we could be in for a repeated cycle where someone hires him as a head coach despite his record. I'm banking on it being Maryland. Mike Locksley is 1 more year away from the Aether. The lesson today goes as follows: trains suck, and running is always better. Until next time, remember this: power to Tardaria.
Williams in motion. Play fake. Plenty of time, and there it is. The deep cross to Miles Cross. Cross! Touchdown! Wow. 34 yards.